You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Tuesdays with Stories. This episode is brought to you by Harry's. Harry's Shaving. Go to harrys.com now, and Harry's will give you $5 off if you type in coupon code Tuesdays with your first purchase. That's Harry's, HARRYS.com, and enter coupon code Tuesdays at checkout for $5 off, and start shaving better today. Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
That's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
Hey, welcome to Tuesdays with Stories. Our producer left the room. Hopefully he knows to start now.
Oh, we're on, baby.
At 16 seconds.
The red light is on.
Yeah, we were saying a bunch of horrible stuff right before this, and it's all recorded, so.
Yeah, well, those Filipinos can suck it.
Yeah, they can't. They got tiny mouths and big assholes. I don't know.
They got the best lips out of all Asians, I think.
Is that right?
The fullest.
Interesting.
Fullest boobage and buttage.
What do you think of these people with no lips?
That's odd.
It's very strange,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
it's
isn't that
mostly
your-
a white thing, I think.
Isn't that your thing?
What do you mean?
People always say no lips for you.
Well, they started off small because I have a small mouth.
A small mouth.
But then a couple people did small lip jokes, to which I was like, I don't think I have small lips. I have pretty regular lips.
Pretty solid standard lip.
I think that's pretty standard lip, yeah.
They got a good glisten as well.
Yeah, well, right now I just drank some water,
Ah.
podcasting. Glisten lip. Glisten, I don't know what I'm doing. I hung out with Kaplan last night. I'm throwing all these puns out there, and I can't stop. Anyways, good to have you, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays with Story. It is Tuesday, October something, and we're happy to be here.
Yes.
Back in the studio. Last week we were in New Jersey, but we're back at Stand Up New York, and we should plug Stand Up New York more often.
Yeah, great club.
I need the spot. 78th and Broadway, Stand Up New York on the Upper West Side. We're here pretty frequently.
I'm here tonight.
Yeah, and we'll be here a bunch, so come on out. Well, I got to get into this one, Mark. I did a show. I've never done Hannibal's show at Knitting Factory, but I did a different show,
Oh.
and it was unbelievable.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? You never did Hannibal's?
I've never done Hannibal Buress has a show at a bar called the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn.
Every Sunday night, one of the best shows, top 3 in the city.
I've heard it's unbelievable. I've never been invited to do it, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
If you email him, he would put you on. I guarantee it.
I emailed him once a long time ago, and
All right,
I don't like to, you know what I mean?
I don't guarantee it.
He knows who I am. So anyways, I do this other show. Kerry Caudette puts on a show there a couple weeks ago. Best non-club show I have ever done in my life.
Front bar, back bar.
Front.
Okay.
People are out into the streets. It's
Wow.
3 deep in the streets. People are peering through,
Wow.
watching the show from the street. It's so packed in there, it has to be a fire, hazard. Unbelievable. Mostly black crowd, too.
Uh-huh.
And when a black crowd is hot, there is nothing quite like it.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Carrie, is she like an attractive black chick?
Hot, dark-skinned black girl.
I've done that show.
Yes,
it's
unbelievable.
amazing.
And she's very, very
Sexy.
if
She
I
is
may
very
say
sexy,
so. I hope she
yeah.
doesn't mind me saying that. And hilarious, too. She was murdering.
And she's a cool gal.
Yeah, she's a fun gal. And she's just murdering. People are sitting on the floor. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's so packed. They're stacked on top of each other. It looks like an old thing you'd see in like the Beat days with Dylan playing with these people crammed around, except black people.
Right.
They weren't allowed back then, but it's a hot, packed show, and it's so cool because I'm like, I never got to do Hannibal's show, so I was like, this has got to be. There's no way Hannibal's show is better than this.
Well, it's whiter.
It might be this good. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whiter, if the black crowd is good, they're better than a white crowd.
Oh, for sure.
Because they go fucking ape shit. They're screaming and clapping and high-fiving. It looks like somebody's throwing hand grenades into the audience. They're all going, ah! And they're falling down and knocking each other over. So I go on kind of late in the show, and there was a intermission. Mm-hmm. And the next spot after the intermission was kind of tough. It took them a while to get back. But I go up there, and I'm like, hey, guys. And I start off kind of nervous, which is usually pretty sincere, particularly when it's 300 black people staring at me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is weird. And some guy goes, you better be funny, which I hate. But I was like, all right, well, take it easy, sir.
And more intimidating in an all-black room.
Yeah, he's a big black guy. He's standing in the middle. He goes, "You better be funny." And then I do the first bit, it kills. I do the next bit, it like really kills, and then it goes up like another level when you're like,
Wow.
it can't get any higher than this.
Yeah.
And then I'm just having like the set of my life, and I make like this fun eye contact with the guy and go, "Is this good enough?"
Ah.
And then he's like, "Ah!" And his wife starts like punching him. She's like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Yeah.
And boy, one of the best shows I've ever done in my life.
Was it called Brooklyn Stands Up?
Yes.
Yes.
Brooklyn
that's it.
Stands Up.
Such a good show.
Yeah, it was unbelievable and just packed, but it felt so good. It's such a great feeling having someone go, "You better be funny," and then you have like the set of your life.
Oh, yeah.
It feels really good.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
a great
it was,
room.
It was pretty nice. But why is it that black people's approval means so much more than a white person's approval?
Because it's not only you're good, but you're different, and I still accept you.
Right.
That's what it is.
They're very honest.
Yes.
And they can be unrelenting.
Oh boy. I mean, black people it's all or nothing. It's either we fucking love you, we're gonna carry you out of here, or it's I'm not even gonna clap when you walk up.
Yeah, they'll boo you. And,
Oh, yeah.
They'll give you the hook or whatever.
I did a show. Me and Mike Lawrence used to get our rocks off by going up to Harlem and doing Smokey's Lounge,
Oh, wow.
which is this famous room on like 10 or 126 in Lex.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I probably have the address wrong, but it was at Mocha Lounge, and it was all black. It was all terrifying. It was all like,
Yikes, that's a wet cough you got there,
sorry,
buddy.
I'm sick as a gook.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
it was like the Coliseum, like thumb up, thumb down kind of shit.
Yeah.
I did it twice. First time I killed, and the second time I was all cocky and I got like the get him off, and the guy went up after me and like made fun of my act. It was brutal.
Right. Ah, jeez, they can be tough.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting that the same sort of audience, one audience they hate you, and the next audience they just love you.
Yeah.
I think that's with any audience, not just black audiences, obviously.
But I find it's not even it's the bit. It's like 50%. The bits have to be good, and you have to be good.
Right.
It's more of a that's like a vibe to it.
Right.
You
Well, they
know?
also like sincerity. I think that
Yes.
they feel that you're trying to. I can never. What's the P word? Not patronize, but pander.
Pander.
They don't like the pandering.
No.
So
Yeah, you're right. That's why it feels so good to kill there because it's real.
yeah. I'm just doing this, and I'm not like, oh shit, look at you motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a nervous guy. Check out my glasses, which a lot of people kind of do.
Or how about the guy who's like, I'm super white and nerdy.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a thin line to not shit on your own race, and then
Right.
also not try to be their race.
Yes.
And it's proud when you can pull it off. It feels good. By pull it off, is you just be yourself. Is what I meant. But boy, it was quite the show. Happy to be
yeah.
there.
when I had to follow a rap group.
Oh yeah.
A rap battle, I mean.
Oh jeez.
And which, rap battles don't get enough credit for, like, people say how hard stand-up is. Rap battle, it's improv rap.
No, they're unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
They come up with these lines, like, right on the fly. It's incredible.
Yeah, freestyle rapping is a skill that I can't even understand. I mean, it's sort of like painting, where I'm like, I can't even.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, right.
Where you just paint a thing and it's good.
Yeah.
I always try, and I'm just like, yo, my name is Joe, and I gotta go. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm
Right.
just rhyming words.
Yeah.
But it's not a skill that I really have.
I hate when the guy rhymes two words, the same words. Like, he'll be like, I'm playing on the table. Yeah, all I can do is play on the table.
Right.
All right, get the hell out of
All
here.
right. He didn't use Abel.
Yeah.
Or
Fable.
Aesop.
Or stable.
Aesop. We better stop. Aesop.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy. Here comes Aaron, our producer, with a big advertisement for Apple computers.
Yogi, nice flip-flops.
Oh, flip-flops at work. Aaron, jeez.
You're living the dream.
All right, we got to do this in 20 minutes. We got a big surprise advertisement coming up in about 20 minutes,
boy,
everybody.
I can't wait to plug them.
All right. So so last week you were in L.A.,
Yes.
and this past week I was in L.A.
Aha.
That doesn't make sense, but we were in L.A. Last week's episode, you were talking about L.A.
Yeah.
Then I went out there, took my turn at La La Land.
Hit me.
I love it, first of all. out
Really?
there. I wouldn't want to live there, but I love it.
It's a good visit.
It's a great city, and I like being there. And then you come home. This is like this for all cities. And I don't want to be an elitist, but New York is just the king.
You can't beat it.
Nothing compares to it.
Not a thing.
It's just it's efficient, and the public transportation and the architecture and the people and the
Culture,
venues,
the energy.
the food, the hours, and
Yes.
it's just incredible. It's so nice to be home. I had a good moment yesterday where I realized it took years, but New York feels like home for me.
Yeah, me
I'm like,
too.
I can't wait to get home. My girlfriend's apartment and her bed and her as a person, and it just feels like, and then the Comedy Cellar, you're like, I'm home.
Yes.
I feel like I'm back. And Stand Up New York as well, of course. 78th and Broadway. Come on by. So these clubs, it just feels good to be back in the city. But great to visit L.A. And I got some wonderful friends out there. I spent some time with the Walsh brothers, who I've known for about 15 years.
Hilarious.
These guys, great guys. Stayed with Chris Walsh. I get out there, and I was real nervous because I had to rent a car, of course, in L.A. You got to have a car.
I always go right with the Alamo.
Aha. I booked on Hotwire to save money. They sent me to Thrifty. I go there. My big trip. I got my suitcase. I got these shows. I'm excited to be there. I got all these friends. I got to meet these babies. Bargatze's baby, Jonigan's baby, Dave Walsh's baby. I'm on the baby tour.
Yeah.
Doing all these shows. I can't wait. I go over to Thrifty. I get the shuttle bus. First, my welcome to L.A., all of these rental car shuttles are pulling up.
Yeah.
Thrifty, Dollar, Enterprise, and they're all just crashing into each other. And I'm like, I can't find Thrifty. Is there not a Thrifty? Maybe I take the Dollar. Maybe they're all together. Maybe I just take the Enterprise and then I walk to Thrifty, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for 20 minutes. Finally, I see the Thrifty one pulling away. So I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Thrifty, ah! The woman like throws her hands up, big black woman, throws her hands up, pulls over, and she gets out of the bus. And she's like, you didn't see me? And I was like, no, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. And she's like, what the? And I was like, just go. You just go. I'll wait for the next one. She's like, no. I don't know how you don't see me. And she opens the door. She's like, put your luggage up here. And everyone on the bus is just mad at me now.
Oh.
And I'm like, you were behind another bus. I'm sorry. I didn't
Right.
see you. It's not my fault. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I didn't see you. Then I saw you. Keep driving.
Yeah.
I would have rather you kept driving and I have to wait an hour than have to fucking deal with your dumb sass.
And get yelled at in front of the other passengers.
Yeah, now the passengers are looking at me like I'm a dick, and then she tries to back off. She's like, oh, it's L.A., welcome. All right, I'm just joking. I'm pulling your chain. And I'm like, what? That's your thing? You fucking scold me? You act like a cunt, and then you're like, I'm just kidding. It's L.A.
Yeah, right.
I hate all that shit of like, well, it's Boston.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
And what
Fuck
does
you.
that mean? It's L.A.? I thought L.A. was laid back.
Right,
You know? Like,
right.
You can't just throw a city name in there.
Yeah. How about you're a fucking dumb cunt? How about
Right.
that? That's what you say. Sorry, I'm in a fucking asshole.
It's Fresno.
Yeah, right. So I get on, and then they take me drop me off at Thrifty. No line. I walk right up. I'm like, I'm going to be out of here in no time. This is beautiful. I give him my debit card, and he's like, you don't have a credit card? I was like, I don't have a credit, but there's a
They
debit.
hate that.
Yeah, I was like, there's plenty of money on there. Don't worry about it, pal.
Oh, I've been here, buddy.
There's $5,000 on there, and you're going to love all of it. Take
Yeah.
all of it, baby. I got to go see Nate.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, yeah. He turns the monitor. Yeah, you're on the no rent list.
I've been on that list.
It's a bad list.
Yeah, they call it a hold.
Uh-huh.
You got a hold on you.
Yeah, I got no car, and I'm like, well, what about another debit? He's like, you could say anything, do anything. If it says this, you can't get a car. I'm on the
Yeah.
blacklist. I'm like Capone
Right.
or Nicky Santoro. So I'm like, shit. All right. Well, fuck. There goes my trip.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, you know what you should do? He's like, go right around the corner. Check Firefly.
Ah.
Firefly. Like, everyone rent with Firefly. These guys are amazing.
Uh-huh.
I go around the corner. It's just one African guy there. He's like, hello. And I was like, I'd like a car. And he's like, no problem. Doesn't even run a credit card. He's like, yeah, you're all
What?
set. No, he runs the card. And he goes, yeah, you're fine with us. So Thrifty, they're like, don't rent to this guy. Firefly, they're like, go ahead and give him the car.
I've never heard of it.
And it turns out my car was cheaper with them.
Oh, wow.
I had a reservation for $120 with these guys, $97 over here.
Ooh-wee.
So I saved $20 by having bad credit.
Maybe I'll go Firefly.
It pays to be a piece of shit. Go Firefly.
I will.
Yeah, Firefly's the way to go. It's like $20 a day.
I'll tell you, whenever I get a rental car, I never get the insurance.
No, it's a ripoff.
It's a rip.
I did last week you did a thing for Enterprise, I
Yeah.
think it was. I did one for a different car company years ago, and they all told me, don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a complete ripoff.
But, I mean, if you wreck, it helps, right? I mean,
You're covered by your own car insurance.
I don't have car
Oh,
insurance.
if you don't have car insurance, you might have to get it.
Ah.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how that works, but I think it's a big ripoff.
I agree. I mean, I'm not going to wreck the car.
Yeah, don't wreck the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm banking on is not wrecking. Although
So-
I do drive drunk.
It's that emotional roller coaster where you're like, I'm in L.A., I did it, here we go.
Yeah.
Off to L.A., big trip. We're not renting your car. Fuck me, I'm fucked. I'm going to have to get rides everywhere. So Nate's going to have to pack up his baby and come get me. I'm fuck money in the ass. I don't know what I'm going to do. Try this place. We're renting your car for cheaper. All right, I'm back. L.A., baby. I just saved money.
Yeah.
I get the car. There's nothing better than renting a car, getting that car and pulling out of the lot. You're on that lot and you're like, I own the city. I can go
Yes.
anywhere I want.
Yeah, you got your GPS cooking.
Yeah, you're free. It's great.
love it.
So I drove straight down to Carson, California, where Nate Bargatze lives. He lives way down there. Hung out with his baby. Great baby. She's not shy at all. Fun. She comes right out and she's doing her ABC. She says, "Hey, Joe," and we go hang
Wow.
out. And you forget in L.A. and California, we drive 10 minutes. We're at a mountain that just drops off into the ocean. The vast Pacific.
What?
It's just out there. And we're on the mountain, and you see the Donald Trump golf course down here, and all these houses on the hills. I mean, it is spectacular. Catalina off in
I've heard of that.
yeah, it's this beautiful island. I've never been, but you can see it. I mean, that place is spectacular, California.
This is what you and Nate went there?
Yeah, we went there with the baby, Harper.
Harper.
So I spend the day with Harper and Nate, just a great time. And I'm like, the next night, Monday night, the Dodgers are playing the Giants, big pennant race,
Oh, yeah.
rivalry game.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, Nate, do you want to go to the game? He's like, let me call my wife, see if I can go. He calls his wife, he gets permission, and she's like, yeah, go, I'll take the baby, boo, boo, boo. So I got Chris Walsh, my pal Chris, and his girlfriend, Sabina, and Nate. I buy us all tickets. StubHub,
Wow.
4 tickets, $25 each, because nobody gives a shit about baseball out there for real.
Yeah.
And so we go into the game. I'm pumped. I'm like, all right, tomorrow, Dodger Stadium, Giants, Dodgers. This is going to be big. This is going to be exciting. So the next night, we're getting ready to go to the game. And you know James Patterson?
Ah.
He was here for a while. Great comedian.
I don't know him.
Originally from Jersey, was a Boston guy. He's a real bounder. He's lived in L.A., Jersey, Boston, New York. He's a blast, and he's hilarious. So he lives with Chris. He's like, you know what? I'll go to the Dodger game, too. And I was like, great. I'll grab you a ticket.
Yeah.
So I go on StubHub. It's about 6:30. The game starts in a half hour. I go up to the top. I find a ticket in our row, our section. I'm like, beautiful. $30, James. Can you do $30? He's like, great. I type it in. Boom. Credit card. He gives me the $30. Everyone gives me the money.
I'm getting nervous.
We go there. It's me and James and Sabina and Chris in one car. Nate is going to meet us. He's got a big meeting. You know, this guy. L.A., everyone's just
LA.
meeting each other. That's all you do in L.A. You meet.
He's shucking and driving.
It's a lot of meetings. So he's like, I'll come meet you guys. I'm like, all right, great. We'll be there. I'll leave a ticket at Will Call. And he's like, can you do that? I was like, of course you can do that. That's what the Will Call is.
I love Will Call.
You leave a ticket. So we go up there. It's beautiful. The stadium is beautiful. It's just mountains and the sun setting, palm trees lining the stadium. And we go in there, just a beautiful ballpark. Great day for baseball. I love a night off when you're just like, I got nothing to do but sit here and watch the ball game.
Oh, yeah.
So I leave the ticket at Will Call. We go to our seats. We're sitting down. It's pretty packed, you know, because it's Dodgers, Giants. And Nate keeps texting me. He's like, I'm running late. I'm in traffic. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm here, but parking's a nightmare because it's like a big, huge parking lot. He's like, I'm parking. He's like, I'm parked 3 miles away. I had to pay $30.
Wow.
It's the 6th inning because it's a pitcher's duel. So the game is just flying by.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only 8 o'clock, but it's the 6th inning. And so Nate's like, all right, I'm here. I'm like, great. I can't wait. So we free up the seat next to us. Nate calls. He goes, hey, man, I'm outside the gate. You bought a ticket for tomorrow night's game. The wrong night.
Oh.
Because here's what
come
happens.
on.
At 6 o'clock, StubHub gets rid of all, because it's within an hour of the game.
It rolls over.
It rolls over. So I just went to the top where I've been going to buy tickets the whole time.
Oh,
I bought
boy.
a ticket for Tuesday night's game.
It seemed too easy.
It's Monday night.
Wow.
So I go down there, and I go up to the upper deck to the back wall, and I can see Nate down a level, and he's outside, and he is pissed.
I mean, the driving, the parking. Oh,
Paid
boy.
$25 for the ticket, $25 for parking, battled traffic the whole way, and he had to park like a mile away.
Now, at this situation, I would be hiding.
I feel like shit. I mean, I'm on the phone, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm like,
don't
let's
handle
get
this
you a
well.
ticket. I was like, I'll send you the money. So I start walking downstairs to come find him. And
Yeah.
I finally find him. We're talking through the cage.
Oh.
He's got his baseball hat, his hoodie. He's wearing a glove. He's
Oh,
all
the glove.
pumped.
Oh, no.
He's all pumped up for the game.
Yeah.
And the game is 2-2. And like you just hear, as we're talking, you just hear,
Oh,
it's
my
crazy.
Lord.
I'm missing the game. He's missing the game. And I'm trying to sneak him in. I'm like, I think I can sneak you in. Nate's like, no. He's like, we get caught sneaking each other in. And here's the thing about Dodgers, and you've probably heard this if you've heard anything about Dodger games, and it's all true. They just leave. They leave the game. They don't give a shit. It's L.A. They're all got show, but everyone's got meetings.
Yeah.
And traffic is such a nightmare.
What do you mean they just leave?
They leave the game. They go to the game for 5 innings, 6 innings. I've heard it my whole life about Dodger Stadium.
all right.
They come late and they leave early. Because it's everything in L.A. is very L.A. You have to do it the L.A. way.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have names of bars. And we
Right,
don't
right.
fucking, everything's so L.A.
Yeah.
Everyone takes their own car. And you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay. Everyone, you know.
Right.
So people are filing out of the game. We're
Wow.
watching people leave.
Even though it's 2-2?
It doesn't matter. I've never
LA.
seen anything like it. I took pictures. It was sold out in the 4th inning. 8th inning, 2-2. The place is half empty. I'm not
Wow.
exaggerating. It's fucking crazy.
L.A.
It's one of those things you hear about through your life, but you just assume it's a cliche and it's bullshit. I'm just watching people are like, up, let's get up and leave. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Topsy-turvy la-la land.
It's backwards. So I'm talking to him, and like I talked to these two women, they're like Mexican women that work there at security or whatever. They just work there. I'm like, is there any way I bought a ticket to the wrong night? We have a ticket for tomorrow's game. People are leaving. There's empty seats next to us. Can I just let my buddy in? She's like, oh, there's no way. I could get fired. There's a camera on me. And I'm like, come on.
Wow, she sounds Indian.
Yeah, well, whatever. I can't do accents. She might have been Indian. I don't know.
All right.
She said how and walked away and it started raining.
How?
So I walk over to Nate and I'm like, why don't we just try to sneak? He's like, no. He's like, it's fine. So he walks down a level to see. I'm like, just buy a ticket. There must be a ticket left for the game. It can't be a complete sellout.
Did you offer to pay?
Oh, yeah. I was like, okay, I owe you money. I'll give you money back. I said, I'll pay. And he went down there to talk to them. The only tickets left were $100. And he's like, 100's too much. It's already the sixth inning.
Right.
And he's like, and if I bought a $100 ticket, I would just sit at the $100 seat.
Oh, of
He's like,
course.
I'm not going to sit in the upper deck with you, asshole. I've never felt worse in my life.
Yeah.
And like, he's fine. He's like, I'm like, eventually we'll laugh about this, but it feels so guilty.
I know.
I walk back up to the seats. I tell them the story, and I turn to James Patterson. I go, this is all your fault. And he goes, oh, I know. Because he took Nate's ticket.
Right.
And so Nate just has to walk. It's the saddest sight I've ever seen of just Nate sitting outside the gate. And there's 60,000 of us in here, and Nate's just this lone guy just sitting there looking through the fence like a knothole. A knothole gang
just
back in the 40s.
Punching his glove.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Oh, boy.
So he has to walk like 3/4 of a mile back to his car and just drive home to his wife. Brutal.
Well,
and then here's the worst part.
There's more?
The game goes 14 innings.
He could have hung out.
He was like, it's the sixth inning. He's like, if it was the third inning, this is literally what he's like, if it's the third inning, I'd pay $100 and just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll give you the money back. I owe you the money. And Nate knows I have no money because we were talking about it the day before.
Right.
So he's a good guy. He's like, don't worry about the money. He's like, I'm not mad. He's like, it's fine. It's funny. And so the game ends up going 14 innings.
Oh, my
It's a classic. And then at one point, I don't know how much you know about baseball, but Yasiel Puig, do you know this guy?
No. Sounds nice.
He's Cuban. He took over the whole, it was like Puig mania last year.
Puig.
He came up, and he's like this unbelievable player. He's raw, and he's wild. He does all these crazy things. In the 11th inning, Giants have a runner on second, base hit up the middle. Here comes the go-ahead run.
Yeah.
Puig picks it up, throws a strike, a bullet right to home, throws the guy out. Most unbelievable play I've ever seen live. The whole stadium, you can anticipate it. We're all going, The place goes crazy for about 10 minutes. It's the most spectacular play I've ever seen live at a sporting event. Look it up on YouTube. Puig throws, I forget the guy's name, throws up the go-ahead run, it's called, on YouTube. Incredible. Nate misses the biggest play. I go onto Twitter, and some woman tweeted at him. Because he immediately started tweeting, which made me feel better. I was like, okay, he's got a sense of humor about it. He tweeted, he goes, Joe List bought me a ticket. I got great seats. And it's a picture of his dashboard, which was fun. So the fact that he was tweeting made me go, okay, he's laughing about this.
Right.
Like, I felt fucking horrible.
Boy, oh boy.
And so
Puig.
The Puig thing was unbelievable. He misses this. Someone Instagrams him. He's like, oh, great. But Nate's just a great guy, stand-up guy. He knows it was an honest mistake, and
He'll probably never go out again.
I owe him. I'm like, man, I owe you money. He's like, don't give me the money. He's like, I don't care. It's fine.
He's doing okay.
He's doing well, and frankly, I'm not. So it was nice, but man, I felt so bad. But I was like, man, this is a classic story.
Yeah,
Nate locked out of Dodger Stadium.
That's stuff with the hat and everything. I'm not a huge sports guy, but I do love a good baseball game because it's such an American thing. It feels right. It's like a magical, when the lights, like a night game, the lights are going, you got a beer. It's beautiful.
Dog and a beer. It's very Americana. And then at the Dodger Stadium, the home plate is facing the mountains.
Oh,
and so there's all these mountains. And the sun is setting with palm trees. I mean, it's a spectacular venue for baseball.
Yeah.
We got the big ice creams and the helmets. It was real fun.
Ooh, I love the hum of the crowd, the organ.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Well,
that's why this Puig play was amazing because the build-up and the explosion of the play was incredible.
They say baseball's dying.
No.
Have you heard this?
No.
Just people like the attention spans, the younger generations.
They say that, but it's like them saying rock and roll was dead in the 70s and shit like that. I mean, baseball, they're selling a lot of tickets, and playoffs are about to start.
Good.
Baseball towns are fun. Football is so big that people are like these other sports, although football is going to take a hit, no pun intended, because of all
the concussion shit.
Well, worse than that is the wife beating and the and everything that's happening. It's a very Roger Goodell, and it seems like it's a fucked up league. And And it is dangerous. People don't want to have their kids in this sport anymore.
I wouldn't.
It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, Pee-wee, maybe, but...
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, a kid died at my high school on the football team.
That's hilarious.
Just from practice, too. They just ran him too hard. He died.
Yeah, that happens because of heat exhaustion
The
or
heat,
whatever.
yeah.
That happens every year. Basically, every year that happens. It's wild.
It's crazy, yeah. And it was just like, he's dead. Keep practicing.
Well, these running backs in like the NFL and stuff, they say like each hit is the equivalent of like a small car accident.
Wow.
You get like a 250-pound guy running like a 4.5 40 and just fucking drilling you. It's horrible.
Oof.
It's really really bad for you, but I enjoy it. I'm not going to not watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, so many things you want to take these like stances about corporations and whatever the hell crap and the NFL, and they're like, well, they're beating their wives and only get suspended one game, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, but I'll be watching. I'm going to watch the game.
I'm the same with boxing. I love a good boxing match, and it's just so barbaric. Like, you lose the fight by getting knocked out.
Right.
That's insane.
Pretty inhumane, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it's a good time.
What can you do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you got over there, buddy?
Woo-ah! Well, I'm going to change gears here. I got a whole different bag of hammers. This is a gut wrencher.
Uh-oh.
So I've been fornicating with this same chick.
Oh, no.
And, everything's going great. We're kind of getting into it a little bit too much. I might have to pull back.
Yeah, fornicating is sex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like a weird routine. She lives in Brooklyn. I do my shows. I go out to Brooklyn. We go to a bar. We have a couple drinks, a few laughs, and we go back to her place and bang like animals. Mm-hmm. And then she goes to work in the morning, and I wake up when I wake up, and I leave.
Nice.
It's just this weird routine. We've done it probably 15 times by now.
Uh-huh.
So everything's going according to plan. Drinks, laughs, her place, sex. She goes to work, kisses me goodbye. I'm laying in her bed, and I'm like, geez, it's 8 a.m. She's at work. I'm just going to sleep in. And I just lay there, and I can't sleep. And I'm like, fuck it. So I get up. I'm in my underwear. I plug my phone in to like a wall socket to charge it a little bit. I'm like, I'll leave in half hour, let the phone charge. So I'm trying to put my phone on her dresser, but the cord isn't long enough.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, geez. So I open a dresser drawer.
Oh, no.
And I put the phone in there.
Oh, boy.
And the door swings open. I'm in my underwear. I got jizz everywhere. I got jizz in my eyes. My hair's messed up. And she goes, what are you looking through my shit?
Oh,
and I was like, no, I was just putting the phone in the drawer because the drawer is lower. And she's like, you're going through my underwear drawer?
Oh,
and like,
no.
She won't even hear it. Like, I can't rationalize it. I'm like, no, look, the phone, the cord. She's like, can I leave you alone in my apartment? I mean, I had no idea you'd be going through my shit, my underwear. What are you, a weirdo? Like, flipping out on me.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
My gut is wrenched.
Yes.
I got a real wrenched gut over here.
And she's like in work clothes with earrings on and her hair's done. I'm in my underwear. Underwear. I'm like pleading, like, what? No, come on. I got half a boner.
Geez.
I'm stained. I got a poo stain there.
Oh, boy.
It was awful. I was like, what are you, crazy? And she's like, I got to go. She forgot her keys. So she grabs her keys and just walks out.
Oh, man. That's the worst fear.
It's the worst.
That's why my girlfriend, when she leaves, I mean, I don't go through her drawers, but I masturbate furiously. But I always make sure I hear the front door open, and then that door open and the thing close.
Right.
And then I wait like another 10 to hear it open again before I start wailing one off.
Of course.
Put her panties on my head.
Yeah, and she left, and so she was furious. She left me in the room, and I'm like, now I feel like I can't touch anything in the room. I'm like, I just got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, she thinks I'm a criminal,
Well, now you might as well go through her stuff.
I guess.
She already thinks you did. Why not do it?
I mean, I took 2 thongs.
Yeah, you got to.
I made her bed. I, like, tidied up a little bit, you know, and I got the fuck out of there.
Oh, man. That is gut-wrenching.
And the whole time I'm like, oh, geez, how do I get out of this one? So I was just texting her all day, like, you don't really think I was going through your shit, do you?
The only thing worse than being caught doing something is being caught when they think that you did something you didn't.
Yes,
There's nothing worse than being innocent. And it's like the Chappelle bit about fucking Monica Lewinsky. He's like, I never touched that bitch.
Right.
You know
Please
what I mean?
believe me.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
like
that.
It's so hard.
So, I mean, I think we're cool now, but there's always going to be that thing. It can't go away.
That is gut-wrenching.
It's like a car accident. The door never closes the same.
Aha.
You know?
That's what happened to my door when I hit a deer on Christmas.
You hit a deer?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, good.
On Christmas Eve.
Go back to that episode, folks.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's called deer hitting. I don't know what it's called.
So I'm seeing her tonight. I'm not going to touch a drawer. I'm not going to pee. I'm not going to look at her. I'm just going to go down on her and leave.
Why don't you bring her to your place?
Not for me.
No good?
Nah.
You don't want to go through your drawers.
Well, I got nothing in there, but I don't like girls at my place. I get too freaked out.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, are you comfortable? How's the AC? Do you have to pee? Let me show you where the bathroom is. I'll flush. You know, like I'm worried. You need water? But when I'm
Yeah.
at their place, I can kind of fend for myself.
It's a lot less stress being a guest than it is
yeah.
being a host.
Oh, yeah.
No question about
And
it.
she seems fine with it as well.
Let me read this thing real quick.
Please.
Get this out of the way. We got a new advertiser, folks, and we're pretty excited. They give us some swag. Is that swag?
That's swag, baby.
It's a big shaving kit. Harry's Shaving
This is beautiful.
Company. I mean,
Beautiful.
this is a box, and it didn't come with the condoms, but they're there too. It's a beautiful box they've given us here, and Mark's gonna take us. I shave with clippers at a 5 o'clock shadow because I got a bad jaw and bad teeth. But if you're a shaver, hit up Harry. I should have read this beforehand, but hosts must discuss their. Oh, this is stupid. Jesus. Key talking points. Harry's, everybody. It's I mean, I can't even do this. For many of us, shaving is a pain. It sucks.
Wait, let me just talk about the box, and you get
You
a
talk about
glance.
the box, and I'll read the thing.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Well,
All
we're
right.
fired from these people.
Oh, no, look, folks, I got a box here. It's amazing. They give 2 big shaving gels. This looks like high-class stuff here. And the razor is gorgeous. Old school razor, old school handle, beautiful. Looks like some silver titanium nonsense. You got 2 extra razors there. You know, razor can go for like $16 nowadays. This, they give you 2 right out of the gate.
Wow.
And what do you mail in? How
Well,
does this work?
here's what happens.
All
everybody.
right.
For many of us, shaving is a pain. It sucks.
Yes.
It's
my face is burning.
It's uncomfortable. It causes nicks, cuts, scrapes, and razor burn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
razor blades today, Mark, they're outrageously expensive!
Wild.
Exclamation point.
I agree, Harry.
Enter Harry's. Started by 2 guys, just similar to us probably.
Aha.
2 guys who wanted a better product. They're probably talking about race a lot less than we do.
Probably.
Started by 2 guys who wanted a better product without paying an arm as well as a leg to get in. Some of Harry's makes their own blades. Liked the blades so much they purchased the factory in Germany.
Wow.
Germany, folks. High quality, high performing German blades.
Yes.
Crafted by shaving experts. A better shave that respects your face and your wallet. No more poor quality blades. Efficient business model allows for factory direct pricing. A fraction of drugstore costs. Plus, Mark, no pesky plexiglass cabinets to unlock either.
Aha.
That's exactly what you were
I
saying.
was saying that earlier.
Mark said the same thing. We don't have to go and get some dumb employee at Dwayne Reed who's like, I don't want to help you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have made it racial. I should have said, I don't want to help you.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Made it whiter. But
Oh,
anyways, you don't need to do that because now you can go to Harry's and these blades. We're just looking at them. We're gonna be honest.
Beautiful.
I don't want to lie. We haven't used them yet, but we got the box in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Spectacular. And Mark's gonna try it today.
I am going to shave today.
As soon as we're done here, and all kinds of creams, and it just looks great. Why pay $32 for an 8-pack of blades when it's half the price at Harry's? On average, an everyday shaver saves $150 each year on blades using Harry's.
Wow.
And your satisfaction is guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it says here, endorser's personal experience with Harry's. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to. And next episode for sure, Mark will be telling you all about his smooth shave.
Full review.
And you don't get great shaves always with these bullshits.
No,
I've done
no.
these big patches all over you. You look like a fucking idiot over there.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said idiot. That was ridiculous. But
It hurt.
but next time I see you, I feel you're going to be smooth as an egg.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see my testicles.
See, I got to get some sort of jaw surgery and a teeth fix before I can use Harry's because
Right,
I got to
right.
cover it all up with crazy pubic hair.
Oh, yeah. Does Harry sell necks?
Yeah, I need a neck and a jar and a thing and a whatever.
Yeah, but boy, this looks like good stuff. I can't wait to use it.
Yeah, Harry's shaving kit. Use it. Call us up. Phones are already lighting up with Harry calls.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Harry.
Oh, there's a code.
There's a code.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, here's the code right here. I'm an idiot. Promo code Tuesdays. So go to the website, which is Harry's. I don't have to see the website here, but I imagine it's probably Harry's.com. Oh, there's a whole bunch more I didn't see here. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. There's 2 pages. Jesus, Aaron, you're really dropping the ball here with those flip-flops. Go to Harry's.com now. And Harry, holy shit, we didn't even see this part, Mark. You're going to shit your pants.
Lay it on me.
Go to Harry's.com now, and we'll give you $5 off if you type in the coupon code Tuesdays with your first purchase. That's HARRYS.com and enter coupon code Tuesdays at checkout for $5 off and start shaving better today.
Good
Harrys.com.
Yes,
Boy, this is a hell of an advertisement we got here.
You're saving on the blades, then you get $5 off that.
Yeah.
Killing it.
And in all seriousness, folks, go use this because it'll help us out, but it'll help out Harry's, and it'll help you out to get some nice puss. You know when you're eating the puss and you get that 5 o'clock shadow and it roughs them up a little bit?
They don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that. You got to be smooth as an egg down there.
Stings the labia.
Yes. Which one's the labia? I got to figure that out.
There's a majora and a minora.
Yeah. You got to light one of them.
Yeah, 8 times.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But anyways, you'll show me on a graph after this. But so anyways, Harrys.com and plug in Tuesdays and save $5 and get yourself a good shave. And it looks really good.
Oh yeah,
All right.
I can't wait.
We got more stuff to get to here.
That was the longest ad in history.
It sure was. Boy, well, I was in L.A.
Yeah.
I met up with our pal Andy Hendrickson. Went to Beverly Hills.
Oh,
I like going to the rich places.
Love BH.
It's fun. So before that, though, I went to this meditation garden. I like to really zen out, and it keeps me a nice even keel. So I found this meditation garden. I went there, and I think there were some religious kooks. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of churches all lined up. It's this big mansion, and you got to buzz in.
Yeah.
And the woman comes out. She has a headset on. I don't trust those headsets.
I don't like a headset on anybody.
No. So she comes out, other than maybe Al Michaels.
And maybe a pilot.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's about it.
Al Michaels and a pilot. So I go in and she's like, "What brings you here? What are you looking to gain from this?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just looking to sit and meditate." And she's like, "Okay." And she gives me like 6 different brochures. What do you call that stuff? Not paraphernalia. Pamphlet, but
propaganda.
Propaganda. I think we're having a bunch of propaganda.
I don't like that. Propaganda and pamphlets and brochures are the opposite of relaxing.
I know. I'm like, you're trying to get me. I don't like it. I don't want to be got. I thought I could just sit here and meditate. That's what it should all be about. So finally, after a while, she saw that I was a Nimrod. I'm wearing a Red Sox hat, and I look like a goof and cargo shorts. So she probably was like, this guy doesn't have enough money to belong here anyways. So I go in the back, and there's not a maze, but a labyrinth. You ever walk around one of those things?
I don't like them.
They're supposed to be meditative, but I didn't do it for me. I'm just walking in circles like an idiot.
And you're worried, like, am I lost?
Yeah, I just feel like an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
and,
am I going to die here?
It's fucking hot.
Right.
So anyways, I go and meditate for about 20 minutes back there, and there's all kinds of running water and plants and stuff. It's nice. They give me a big visitor sticker. It's this big, giant sticker I got to put on my shirt.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking around with the visitor sticker. I forget. I finished meditating. Andy calls. He's like, let's meet up for lunch. I go, let's go to Beverly Hills. It'll be fun. We'll go get a swanky lunch.
Yeah.
So we go to Beverly Hills, valet the car.
Of course.
I'm wearing my Sox hat and my cargo shorts. It's all these billionaires. Richest area code in the country, 90210. We go to this hip bar. We're hanging out, and I feel like a douche because everyone's rich. And I'm like, look at these assholes.
Right.
I got real class issues. That's a problem.
Yeah, well, I don't get that. If somebody's rich, doesn't mean they're bad.
I'm not saying but they're douchey.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? The woman complaining that the airplane's too old
No,
in the last
yeah,
episode?
of course.
You know what I mean? They're all like, bah, ha, 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 and they're drinking their dumb martinis and stuff, and they don't really care about people, it seems like to me, a lot of them. And so, I think a lot of them are not good people. But anyways, I go in the bathroom. I've been there about an hour. I look in the mirror, wash my hands. I'm still wearing a giant visitor sticker. I've been walking around Beverly Hills like an asshole, wearing a giant thing that says visitor on it.
Oh, that's tough.
Like a goof.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing.
Real hayseed.
Yeah, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
And basically that was that whole story.
Wow. You know what's funny? Did you go to Rodeo Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodeo.
Rodeo, what did I say?
I think you said rodeo.
Oh, sorry. When I was 21 years old, my dad got a wild hair up his ass and it invested in a movie.
Yeah.
And so they flew him out to L.A. to, like, see the movie, and he brought me. He's like, you like movies? You come to L.A.? I was like, all right. I was 21. I was clueless. I go to L.A. My dad goes, let's go to Beverly Hills. We sit at a bar. He's like, we're going to drink at some nice bar. We sit at a bar. Me and my dad were not too close, you know. And he's sitting there, and he goes, what do you want to do with your life? Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. And I see a guy walk by, like a waiter. He's wearing like a white coat and shiny shoes. I was like, hey, that looks like a good gig. And my dad's like, what are you doing? Why would you want to be a waiter? And I was like, well, I bet that guy cleans up.
Wow.
And he's like, you used to be acting plays as a kid. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, whatever. And he goes, I think you're an entertainer. I think you have it in you.
Wow.
And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you should be entertaining people. And that was it. Like a couple weeks later, I got into stand-up.
That's pretty incredible. I mean, I got to say, I'm jealous of that. I wish my dad still hasn't approved of me doing this.
It's one of the few nice moments. I mean, like, we have some nice moments, but it's one of the few, like, life-changing dad-son moments I have.
Wow.
In L.A., that's what it took. It took Rodeo Drive to get it out of him.
That's nice. Wow, so you always have a fondness for rodeo.
I guess so.
Which is all these. If you've never been, it's all these $1 million shops.
Right.
Everything's like these high-end, crazy Ferrari stores and whatnot.
It's kind of silly. Like, some of the clothing stores, you need an appointment.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild.
They all have doormen.
Yeah, that's how they live. These people.
That's crazy.
It's unnecessary. Most of it's unnecessary
It's all
purchases.
unnecessary, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool neighborhood. I like being in these rich neighborhoods. Like, you walk around the Upper Park Avenue and stuff. It's cool to see how these people live.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
How about Griffith Park?
Oh, it's beautiful up there.
I go there every time.
We went to Huntington Gardens. You ever been there?
No.
You got to go there next time. It's in Pasadena.
Oh, wow.
Spectacular. They have all these different themed kind of gardens. There's a Chinese garden and a Japanese garden. Then there's a whole desert section. All these crazy cactuses, cacti.
Cacti, yeah.
And then they have a library, and then they have like original like books from like the 1200s
Wow.
and stuff. And Canterbury Tales, like original copies of Canterbury Tales and stuff.
I love
it's
the
pretty
Canterbury
incredible.
Tales. All right.
Yeah, highly recommend Huntington Gardens out in Pasadena, which is a beautiful town.
How do you find these things?
Well, people just live there.
Yeah.
People have lived there. My friends have lived there for years, and they go, yeah, you got to go here. It's pretty good.
Little old lady from Pasadena.
Harrys.com. Zach Galifianakis showed up at UCB. That was exciting.
Ooh, what did we do? What was it called?
Put Your Hands Together.
That's the one.
It was a fun show. Cameron Esposito at UCB LA. And Zach Galifianakis shows up. He's shaved his beard, and he's lost about 50 pounds.
Wow.
I didn't even recognize him. I'm like, who's this guy?
He's a little man.
He's small,
Yeah.
and but just a great guy, super nice and hilarious. He had great stuff.
Yeah.
It's quite a thrill to see him. He's a movie star, and he's such a sweet guy. And then afterwards, I bumped into him. I was like, hey, good set. And I couldn't find the bathroom for the life of me. And I was going next. I was like, hey, Dan, do you know where the bathroom is? Which is really weird asking a movie star where the bathroom is.
Right.
And he's like, oh, yeah, it's down here. And he actually walked me to it because it's hard to find at UCB.
Wow.
So he walked me down to it. He's like, yeah, it's down right in here. And I was like, oh, thanks a lot. But it felt good because I felt like there's no pretension. I was just like, oh, here's a guy that probably knows where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
And I feel like this guy probably goes a lot of his life with people kissing his ass and being like, hey, could you do my project? Could you help me? And I was like, do you know where the bathroom is? And it felt good.
Did he know?
Yeah, he knew. He showed me. He walked me down there.
Wow.
He didn't even give me directions. He's like, here, I'll show you. And he walked down. He's like, it's right here. I was
What
like,
a
oh, thanks,
guy.
man. I was like, appreciate it. He's like, all right, take care.
Holy moly.
It was nice. I met him one other time at the Comedy Cellar, and he did another great thing. I introduced myself as a comic, and he was like, oh, you're a comic? He's like, great. He started talking to me like an equal. He didn't want to
Yes.
hear my resume or anything. Or no, he's like, oh, what have you done or anything. He just was like, oh, don't you hate when this? And we just had beers and talked.
I love that.
Great guy.
There's a real bond with the comedians.
An old manager of ours actually shit on him for doing some like project that was like, like a kid's project. He's like, hey, you did it for the money, whatever. And Galifianakis is like, he got mad at the guy and was like, well, maybe what you don't know is I turned down a Nike commercial because he doesn't appreciate the, the kids. What do you call it there?
The who?
The labor. The child labor law.
Oh, right.
The child labor stuff. He wouldn't do a Nike commercial. He turned down like millions of dollars.
Wow.
That guy's a first-class guy.
Apparently.
And did you read about the homeless woman he takes to the Oscars?
No.
Oh, you gotta look that article up.
What?
There was this woman that used to work at a dry cleaner that he went to when he was poor or whatever, and he would always talk to her, chat her up. And then the dry cleaner closed. I might be screwing up some of the details of this story. And he found the same woman. She was homeless. She was just laying on the side of the road.
Whoa.
So he pays her rent.
What?
Yes, he pays this woman's rent, and he's taken her to the Oscars twice. He buys her a dress and dolls her all up. He's wearing his tux. He's brought her as a date, and he pays her rent.
See, this all seems odd to me.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's great. It's a great thing he's doing, but I feel like there's something behind that.
I think nobody even knew about it until later on.
Wow.
He's just saving this woman's life, essentially.
He just felt bad.
And turned down a Nike commercial because of their child labor things.
Wow.
I think that guy, he's like a Southern gentleman. He's first class.
Yeah, I guess so.
So if you're a fan of him before, I mean, now you should be an even bigger fan, and vice versa, or whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. Wow, I'm blown away.
Blown. It makes you want to do good things, you know?
Well, this is how stupid I am. I'm like, well, he's paying this woman's rent. But why her? Why not the other homeless people? But then I'm like, well, at least he's helping somebody.
Well, he had a connection with this woman.
Oh, he had a connection.
Yeah, he knew her and said,
Wow.
hey, she's down on the luck. But sometimes you just got to pick one person to help because
I guess so, yeah.
Otherwise you're distributing too much and no one really gets the help they need. But one person is living because of this guy.
It's like Cosby says, I don't know the secret to success, but I know what it isn't. and that's trying to please everyone.
But the secret to failure is to try to please everyone.
There it is.
Yeah. Isn't.
Sorry. He's not a writer.
What else you got there, buddy? I see a list in front of you. You got some more stuff there?
I went to Nashville. I'm doing back on the Schumer train.
Oh, nice.
This gal has got it set up so beautifully. Amy Schumer. She does a Friday theater, a Saturday theater. We're back home on Sunday morning.
Wow.
It's all fucking roses.
Yeah.
You got the whole week in New York. You do 2 nights. You make a cool couple bucks, and you come right back.
Wow.
Because these road gigs have been hurting me, like the Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
You'll miss your friends. You're alone. You're in a hotel. You got no one. It's very tough.
Yeah.
But these are great. This was the first one. We went to Robinsonville, Mississippi.
Never heard of it.
I hadn't either. You fly to Memphis. It's a 2-hour drive, and it was a casino, the Toluca Resort and Casino. It was wild. I don't know where the hell we were. It was one of those things where we drove there. It was pitch black. I'm talking to the guys in the back, like the crew, and I'm like, "Where are we?" They're like, "You're in Mississippi." I was like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "Hey, Mississippi, how are you?" You know?
Yeah.
It was like a Spinal Tap moment.
Right.
So I go on, and I'm sick as a dog. I'm snotting everywhere. I'm coughing, but I do my set. I bring her up. She annihilates. She's got a new 45. It's insane.
Wow.
New 45.
That was fast.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
Mm-hmm.
And we get off. We run out. By the way, she has a huge rider,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's all this fun food. And
Yeah.
she usually doesn't eat all of it. I just put it in my bag.
Wow.
I just take it all home. It's like cold
Nice.
cuts and fruit and veggies.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so I got a bag full of goodies. We jump in the car. She likes to get right out of there. And it's a 4-hour drive to Nashville.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go to Nashville. Never been. We get to Nashville. We get there at like 3 in the morning. We go to bed. I wake up. She's like, let's get lunch. We go get lunch at this barbecue place. Amazing. So good. I got a full rack. She gets a pulled pork. We mix and match. We're having beers. We're out in Nashville. Woo, doggy. Everybody's recognized her. She can't go 2 feet without getting a picture and all that.
Yeah.
It's all changed. Like a year ago, it was like 1 out of 20. Now it's like 1 out of 1.
Wow.
So we're sitting there outside eating barbecue, and she goes, "What is that place?" And I'm like, I don't know. It looks like a car rental place.
Yeah.
She goes, there's something up with that place. It's called Dream Cars.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, all right. She's like, you eat. I'm going to go walk over and see what this is all about. And I was like, all right. So I'm picking out, fingers are gross. I got barbecue all over my face. She comes back. She's like, we got to do it. Come over here. So I throw my food away. I walk over. It's a warehouse full of Maseratis, Porsche, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, old cars, kit cars, like
Wow.
Model Ts. Every cool car you've ever thought of is there. And you can rent them for an hour and drive around town.
Wow.
So we get the Excalibur, which is this crazy kit car. It looks like, if you've seen The Simpsons, it looks like Mr. Burns' car.
Oh, okay.
It's just huge and old and big tires and white. It's got the Ooga.
Oh, wow.
Ooga, old school. So we rent this thing out. The guy there is like terrified. He's like, oh my God, Amy Schumer. And he's like, here's the key. She's like, no, you drive us. You just drive us around. We drive around Nashville in this thing. Everybody's honking at us, waving. It was wild.
Wow. Is it an old car or a new car?
It's a 1988, but it looks old. It's a kit car. Like you could build
What's
it
that mean,
anytime.
kit car?
You buy the kit and you build it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was wild. Giant pipes coming out of it. I have a picture. I'll show you.
Oh, my God.
I'll put it up on the Facebook. And we're just driving around. So not only people are like, look at that car, they're like, that's Amy Schumer in that car.
Wow.
So it's wild. I'm in the
and
back.
Mark Norman.
Yeah. I'm in the back just like waving. No one cares about me. But it was just so cool. And then we drove around for an hour, and that was it. Then we went back. She paid the guy, took a bunch of photos, and then I went back to my hotel. I call up Chris Scanlon, who is the road manager, and I go, what are you doing, buddy? He goes, I'm already at the venue. It's the Ryman Theater. It's the old Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, wow.
Right in the heart of Nashville, on Broadway and 2nd Avenue or whatever. So he's like, come by this come by this theater. It's beautiful. Johnny Cash did his show there.
Wow.
That's where his TV show was.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley was there all the time. So I go, oh my God, the best venue I've ever seen. Beautiful, old school, just balcony. Feels like it's like right up to the stage.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's all wood. It's all pews. They call it the Mother Church.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everybody's been there. Hank Williams, Merle Haggard, the whole thing.
Right.
So I get there at like 6. The show's at 8. And he's like, how about this theater? We're going around, blah, blah, blah. I'm meeting everybody. And then I go, I got to walk around. It's the Strip right outside. It's like Broadway.
Yeah.
And it's just honky-tonks and karaoke and boots and saddles and guitars. And I go into this guitar shop, so Tennessee, so Nashville. There's a kid with a cowboy hat. He couldn't have been more than 6 years old.
Yeah.
He's sitting on a bench testing out a guitar. He's like, it was unbelievable. He was
Wow.
like 6, cowboy hat.
Like a prodigy.
It was like a prodigy, yeah. There's a whole group watching him. It was wild. And I was like, oh, man, that's pretty crazy. He had boots on. I was walking around. What a cool city. Just live music pouring out everywhere.
Why?
So Schumer shows up. We do the show. Best crowd ever. I kill. She annihilates. She does like an hour and 10, just murdering. And we get out of there, and she's like, we got to go out. And she really wants to go out. So we're like, we got to go out.
Yeah.
We go. She gets, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. This is how big she's getting. She texts the guys from the Black Keys.
Wow.
And they go, you got to go to this bar. This is the real deal. They have live music. It's no tourist bullshit.
Right.
We go to this place called the Station Inn. There's a guy on stage called Junior Brown.
Oh, okay.
Old guy, cowboy hat. He's playing one of those guitars where you sit down to play it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's like
a dulcimer, maybe.
like a slide
or a
thing.
slide guitar.
Yeah, yeah. And he's fucking killing it. It's amazing. It's like the real deal shit. And it's packed. Everybody's, hooting and hollering. We get drinks. We're just having the best time. The show ends. We go to this restaurant in East Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
We get everything on the menu. That's a real power move.
Yeah.
I eat all of it. We're drinking. She goes home, and me and Chris are left there like, well, what should we do? My flight's at 8 in the morning. I was like, let's go to the strip club. Go to a strip club. Have
Not
some
the clown
good times.
place.
No, a real one.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, I don't know how I got home. Woke up to the alarm going, It was like, 7. Drunk out of my mind, hungover. Put some water on my face. Ran downstairs. Flew back to New York.
Boy, that is living.
Oh, yeah.
That was last night.
That was
2 nights
last
ago.
night.
Wow.
I don't know if you noticed last night, but I was sluggish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That city, I've never been to Nashville. I hear it's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, home of Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from Old Hickory.
Underrated city, like people like San Francisco and Seattle, but Nashville was just had a vibe. You know what I love about Nashville? And I was telling Sarah, your girlfriend, this while you were on stage. There's no irony there. People are just wearing cowboy hats and boots because, like, this is what we do.
Right,
We're wearing a bolo tie, not to be different because that's how we do it.
Ebola?
A bolo.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Like the 2 black strings that
Oh,
hang.
yeah. Oh, that thing.
Bolo tie. You see a
Yeah,
lot
like
of
Richie Valens.
Yeah, a lot of oil tycoons.
Aha,
rocking
yes.
that thing.
I've seen that. I remember that guy from Saved by the Bell when they found oil underneath Bayside High.
Exactly. The Ducks.
Yeah, and they sprayed oil on each other. It was
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
And they did like a group high five, which doesn't really work.
No. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
you ended up hitting each other and getting hurt.
Pearl Jam.
Yes.
I remember seeing that photo everywhere as a kid.
Right. But they weren't high fiving. They're just doing a weird thing with their
Oh,
standing.
I thought they were high-fiving.
Yeah. I think they just posed. Don't you talk negative about Pearl Jam.
No, I'm not. Do you know where the name comes from?
That just started. It's all these rumors about Eddie Vedder's grandmother, but they're not really true. They just came up with the name Pearl, and then they watched Neil Young do like a 15-minute jam out on like Cinnamon Girl, and they added jam to it.
Ah.
And Pearl Jam.
Oh,
Originally,
wow.
they were Mookie Blaylock.
Whoa.
Yeah, the album 10 is named after Mookie Blaylock's jersey number.
Well, I think I just got my my new hotel name when I checked
Mookie Blaylock.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. I was a little sluggish last night myself because I was flying back from L.A. and the red eye. Did we talk about the red eye this episode or last episode?
Last episode.
I can't even remember anymore. It's all a blur to me.
You took one?
I took a red eye.
Wow.
From L.A. Well, originally, I had to go, I had nothing Friday night, so I was in L.A. for the week, and I was like, I'll get back Saturday at 6:15 in the morning, then I'll sleep all day and get spots in the city
Yeah.
Saturday night. But as it turned out, the Last Comic Standing television program is back, and the auditions were happening this week. I was in L.A. while they were in New York, so I drove to D.C. I had to go to D.C. on Saturday for Last Comic Standing.
Oh, wow.
I book a red eye out of L.A. I'm leaving L.A. Friday night at 7:15, flying to Denver, have a 2-hour layover, fly from Denver to New York, get to New York at 6:15 a.m., sleep for 4 hours, get a ride with Tony Day to Washington, D.C., do the show, and come back.
Wow.
That's the plan.
That's showbiz, baby.
I get to L.A., I return the car keys, the whole thing, return the car. I go in, I'm flying Frontier, which I've never flown,
Not a
and
fan.
never will again.
Not a
It's a
fan.
piece of shit airline.
Yeah.
They charge you for soda.
What?
Yeah. And so I go on. I get into the thing. It says my flight is delayed 2.5 hours, and I showed up 2 hours early because I was trying to get rid of make sure I had to get the car on time.
Right.
So now I got 4.5 hours at the airport. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like normally I'd be like I'll get shit faced.
Right.
So I got 4.5 hours. Then I realized I'm gonna miss my connecting flight to New York, and now I'm all fucked. So I actually had already been through security. And there's no one at the gate because I'm 4 hours early. So I'm like, I got to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So I leave. I go back out through security. When I went through security, nobody's in line. I just breezed right through it, which is nice. So I come back out. I go up to the gate, or the ticket thing. And I'm like, hey, I got to, the woman goes, first of all, why isn't there a tag for that bag?
Uh-oh.
And I was like, it's a carry-on. She goes, we charge for carry-ons.
Oh, my God.
She's like, it's $35. I just snuck through. She's like, it should have prompted you at the screen earlier.
Wow.
But I was just skipping through. I was going skip, no, skip, fuck you, skip.
Right.
So I actually snuck in without paying the thing, then left and had to go back up, and she caught me.
Wow.
She's like, it's $35 first. She was kind of a cunt about it. She was like, first and foremost, you owe me $35.
Jesus Christ.
So I got to give her $35.
She's
35 extra bucks.
She's like a Shylock.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. So I gave her $35. And then she goes, yeah, you're not going to miss your flight. Your other flight's delayed in Denver, so you won't miss it. So I'm like, okay, I just trust this woman.
Yeah.
So I go back in. I just wait at the airport for 4 hours. I'm just killing time like a fucking idiot, whatever,
And
twiddling my thumb.
Drop 35 bones.
Yeah. And so then I got to buy airport food, which is twice as expensive.
Yep.
Finally, I get on the plane. It's 2 hours late. The 4 hours go by. I fly to Denver. We land in Denver, and they're like, all right, folks, you folks going to LaGuardia, the plane is waiting for you, so you got to get off the plane first.
Oh, cool.
Now they get there, and everyone on the plane is just waiting for me.
And
And so they hate me, and as I'm running up, I jog over there, and the guy's like, yeah, good thing you made it. He's like, you better start apologizing. People are mad at you in there. You might have to buy sodas. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm late because of you.
Yeah.
Your plane is late.
Right.
Fuck you. So I go in, I'm getting on. I can feel everyone just looking at me like, here's the asshole who's late. And I'm like, no, they were late. I just got here.
Right.
And I had a middle seat on the way to Denver, and I hadn't pissed. You know me with my bladder. I got bladder problems. So I had to run straight to this plane. And I was like, can I piss right now? And they're like, we're waiting for you. We got to go. You get in your seat.
Yeah.
So I get in my seat. By the time I sit down, this guy's already fallen asleep because it's a red eye.
Oh,
so I held
boy.
a piss for like 5.5 hours.
Oh, my Lord.
Brutal. And they're all mad at me. Then there's this hippie chick who ended up being pretty hot next to me.
Uh-huh.
And the guy goes on the loudspeaker. He's like, the flight's going to be a little longer than we thought because of the incident in Chicago. And and people are like, oh, groaning, whatever. And the woman next to me, she's like annoying hippie chick where she's like, who cares? She's like, it's more time to sleep. She's like, this flight could be 8 hours. I don't even care.
Ugh.
I'm like, fuck you.
Shut up.
Fuck you. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You're so cool.
Right.
And if you do feel that way, just feel that way yourself.
Yeah.
She wasn't even like, you know what, it's okay. Here's why. She was just like, I want it to be longer. And I'm like, who wants a longer flight, you dummy?
Yeah.
And then I took pride. I think she never flies because I watched her struggle to sleep the whole time. She kept switching and moving and currying. Also, she was wearing a dress, and her dress kept sneaking up.
Ooh.
So I spent a lot of the flight just staring at her stems.
Now we're
I have to
talking.
admit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get a sneak peek of that vagina.
One day. Well,
Sometimes they fall asleep, and the leg falls, and all of a sudden their cooch is right there.
but I'm sure she had a wild burning bush.
I bet she did, but I'm kind of into that, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, I like to get in there and weave it and feel it
Ugh.
and run my fingers through there.
Well,
and floss.
you got Harry Shave.
Yeah, Harry Shave. Shave that pussy.
Yeah, that should be their motto.
Offer code, promo code Tuesdays. But anyways, I made it, flew in, got home, got it to New York at 7:15 a.m., take a cab. Then I have this happen. You've never lived in Astoria, so you may not know about this. The cabs, they wait in line. They want to get that big city fare. And that's how they get into the city.
Right.
So when you say you're going to Astoria, they get mad.
Oh, boy.
This guy does it right at me. I'm like, I'm going to Astoria. And he's like, fuck. He's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
And I snapped because I haven't slept. I was like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? I was like, that's where I live.
Yeah.
That's what you do. I'm like, you want me to get a different cab? He was very similar to the bus driver in L.A.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'll get in a different cab. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, it's not you. It's the business. And I'm like, agreed. So
Yes.
why are you saying shit to me?
I know.
So I tipped him $1.
Good.
I was like, fuck this guy. I'm like, it's not my fault I live in Astoria. I mean, it's my fault. It's not, whatever.
Right.
You get it.
What does the fare go for there?
About $16.
Oh, wow, that's a steal.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Astoria's a great place to live.
Yeah.
But I got to deal with this guy's shit. Anyway, I get home. I sleep for 3 hours.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. And then I get in the car. Tony Deo picks me up. We drive down to D.C. That's a great guy, Tony Deo.
Great guy.
First class, and he's funny, too. You guys look similar,
I've
too.
gotten that.
Yeah, you have similar looks.
He's a good egg. Handsome, too.
Just a great guy. Kind of a weird-looking guy, but nice guy. We get down there, and I'll tell you what he needs is a better shave.
Aha.
So he gets down there. We get down there. We do the show. I'm on 17th
Ugh.
on the show, which is not easy, but you never know how these last comic stand is going to go. It's
Yeah.
basically they're just casting. You know, they just want everyone to look the part. So we'll see what happens there. But we drive back, get home at 2:30 in the morning, go to bed at Sarah's. Finally, I'm finally in a bed. I've been sleeping on a couch for 8 days, sleeping on airplanes. I get home, I'm in bed. I'm like, I can't wait. I snuggle her. Half hour into sleeping, her shelving falls down.
Oh,
She just
boy.
put everything up herself with shelves, and it just wasn't strong enough. It just goes.
What is this? The Alexander and the horrible, terrible, very bad day?
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It was like a bomb went off. Every book, every paper, the computer, everything just crashes down right when I was hitting into that REM sleep. My first good sleep in a week.
Yeah.
And it looked like a bomb when I freaked out. I thought someone was in the house. She was freaking out. It was crazy.
Wow.
I cleaned it all up yesterday when she was at work because I care.
Uh-huh.
And, I cleaned it all up for her.
You didn't go through her stuff, did you?
Not really, no.
Okay.
She has no secrets, this girl.
Yeah.
It's all, whatever.
Wow, what a day. But now you're back in the city, and now you're content?
Yeah, now I'm back. I was at the Cellar last night, which feels good to get that first Cellar set back in there. I
yes.
was also at Caroline's, and now I feel like I'm back on a proper schedule here.
All
happy
right.
to be back. I love New York.
I do, too.
So happy to be back here, and it's nice to see you and get a couple episodes under our belt here.
Yeah, I'm in L.A. for like a week and a half next week. So.
Oh, boy. Good thing we got this one out of here.
Yeah. I'm
Look at the schedules.
I'm doing Comics Unleashed.
Oh, nice. I'm doing it probably the week after you, November
Okay.
4th.
I got a big October. I got L.A. Comics Unleashed doing the Adam Carolla podcast.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big fan of him. And then going to Maui.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be big.
Maui, baby.
Nate's going to be out there as well.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good group. Ari Shafir, Nate,
Someone
Kyle
else I
Kinane.
love. There's another person that I'm friends with that I love that's out there. I can't think of it.
Abby's going. But, yeah. Can't think of that other one.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be a blast.
It'll be a good time.
That'll be a good episode. I want to hear all about Maui.
Because I'm not good with vacations. I feel guilty, but this will be a work
Yeah.
vacation. So
Yeah,
it'll
those
be-
are always
it'll be
good.
fun.
All right, well, I feel like we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go shave.
Yeah, Shave with Harry's. Offer code Tuesdays. Going to have some fun. And thanks for listening. You know the routine. Email us, shoot us a tweet, and we love hearing from you.
Yes.
We never get one that we're like, God. Well, unless they're negative and shitty. But,
Right.
But yeah, so tweet us and Instagram us, all that happy shit. Follow me on Instagram, Joe List Comedy. I'm really proud of my Instagram work.
Oh, good stuff on Instagram. And follow us on Twitter and say hello and be part of our stories. Kick me in the balls or something when you see me.
Yeah. Don't kick me in the balls.
Me neither.
But, all right, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Yo.
Keep it real.